Welcome to competition week. We have a lot of first-time coaches, a lot of first-time team members, so I thought I'd kind of go over what a competition day sort of looks like, sounds like, feels like. Um, and it starts at 8 o'clock. Plan to be there around 8 o'clock or by 8 o'clock in Stevensville. It's a little over an hour away. Um, it's at Lakeshore High School, and we've been to this event before. It's a top-notch event. It's going to be kind of a wow factor when you first get there. And so the first part of the day is getting your pit set up. Pit is kind of just your team's home base. It's usually a table in either the gym or an adjacent room where all the teams have a table set up. You'll put sort of your robotic stuff on the table. There'll be a tablecloth for it. Your any equipment or anything that you brought maybe goes under the table. Your coats, hats, gloves, all those things. And but for the first kind of half hour, 45 minutes, it's getting the lay of the land, finding where the judges' rooms are, finding where the competition tables are, making sure you know where the gym is, the bathrooms, the cafeteria, just getting the lay of the land because the rest of the day kind of is a whirlwind. So it's the kids' opportunity to kind of explore and look around and meet other kids and meet other teams and talk to each other and parents do the same. Opening ceremonies is usually around 9. There's a coaches meeting that usually starts around, but just before opening ceremonies, like between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, there's usually a coaches meeting. Parents, you're going to have to kind of watch the kids during that time. The coaches will be kind of busy. But the rest of the day, the coaches will pretty much have the kids support them as best you can. During the course of the day, there will be 4 robot runs. Most teams will be set up so that all team members will get a chance to run the robot, or at least have the opportunity or option to run the robot during the competition. Of the 4 robot runs, the best robot run will count as your score. So it's not an average. If you have one robot run that scores 100 points and the rest of them score 0, then your robot score is 100. So just know that that's how that kind of works. At some point, the kids will go to a judge's room for about a half an hour. They will talk about their robot. They'll talk about their presentation. They'll do a core values activity. Parents are not allowed into the room at this time. This is just the team and potentially the coaches. Sometimes coaches aren't allowed into the judge's room. Sometimes they are. It's an event decision. And a judge's or a coach's decision. You don't have to go in. If you want just the team to go in and do their thing, that's fine. If a coach does go in, they have to sit in the back of the room, have to be quiet. They can't add anything, coach at all. The team is ready to perform. There'll be an opportunity for lunch, usually a half an hour. There'll be a break for lunch. I recommend making sure to take your breaks. Take a break for snack. Take a break for a bathroom time. You take some downtime for the day as each team goes through the day. It can get real easy to be very intense and always be running and always be moving and always be doing things. But take a break. I recommend it. Get some water. Get some snacks. After all 4 robot runs are done and the judging is all done, there's usually some downtime. It may last an hour. It may last a little longer. I recommend having something to do during that time. Bring a game, some sort of simple, easy game that the kids can play together, or bring some markers and crayons, let them color together. Try to keep the team doing something together for the most part. This is a good time, again, to get some snacks, to take a break. If the weather's nice, sometimes we go outside. And so that kind of happens. So 9 o'clock is opening ceremonies. Between 9:30 and usually 1:30, you get your 4 robot runs, judges room, lunch. The schedule will be out either the day before competition or sometimes not available till the day of competition. Around 1:30, everything kind of ends and there's that deliberation time. The judges will go do their thing. We'll have some downtime around 2:30, 3 o'clock. The judges return. We have our closing ceremonies, which is awards. Not every team will win an award. And so we need to be ready for that. As a team, we need to be ready to give our applause and our gratitude and our appreciation for the other teams and the spirit of cooperation. and so be ready to be gracious if we don't win an award, and be ready to be gracious if we do. We can celebrate, and that's a happy moment for sure. So that's kind of how the day looks after closing ceremonies. That's the end of our day. You're free to go. Maybe one quick word with the coach and the team before you go, and that's kind of the end of our day, and our teams can head back home. That's kind of how the day looks. Just thought I'd kind of give you a little overview. It's going to be a whirlwind. It's going to be incredible. Parents, as best you can, support your coaches, support your team, support your kids, and coaches. Do your best to help that team through the day. Keep everything upbeat. Keep it positive. Team members, just be ready to give your best. Do your best. Be ready to work as a team. Talk to each other, congratulate each other, pat each other on the back, have fun. That's what this day is all about. It's our celebration of everything that we've worked towards for the last several weeks. And I think it's going to be an awesome day, and I'm looking very forward to it.